So basically the function, if we look a basic definition, basically in Python, we are writing our code. So sometime what is happening in a same code, multiple peoples are working. Like there is a team of 10 people and they are creating a same program, or we can say same application. So for creating the same application, we have a multiple team. So for writing the code, we are using function. It means we are making our code more readable or more reusable. So function is a block of code that runs only when it is a called. And we can multiple people can create a same program. And after creating all the function, we can combine them together. Okay. So for an example, we have a television. Television will not automatically on. We need to press on from our remote button. So this is the best example for understanding the function. Function is a block of code that run only when we called it. Otherwise, it will not run. So we can reuse the code without writing again and again. We can use it in different application also. We can just copy that particular function and then reuse it again and again. So it is very useful when you are building your application in Python. Now, how we can create a function? This is the basic syntax. If you see here, first you need to write def. This is a keyword. Then you need to give the name of your function. Whatever you want, you can give the name without any space. Okay. After that, you need to give parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis, you need to give the parameter. Parameter means the input variable, or we can say the input value. Okay, sometime your function wants some input value. So we called it parameter. Okay, after that, you need to give colon, and then you need to give the your statement. This is the basic definition of we called it function definition. We are defining our function. But after defining, the function will not automatically execute. We need to call it. So for calling the function, you need to give the name of function and then the parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, you need to give the argument. Argument means you need to give the exact value of your parameter. Okay. So this is the basic syntax of function definition and function calling. So here I'm creating a function which name is greet. The function name is greet, and I'm giving here parenthesis. So in simple function, I'm not taking any parameter or I'm not giving any argument while calling the function. So if you don't have any input, you just need to give the parenthesis. After colon, I'm printing here hello world. I'm just simple printing this word. So if I run this program, you will see there is no output. I'm running this program, shift and enter, nothing you will get. Okay, because this is a function definition. You need to call it. So for calling, you need to write this greet and then parenthesis. This is the meaning of function calling. This is the meaning of function definition. Okay. So if I call it, then only you will get the output. So if you want to call it again and again, like you want to print 3 times, you need to call it 3 times. Okay. If I run this, you will get 3 outputs.
So to get
Okay.
it, you don't need to use the print option. You
Yeah,
just
you don't, because print is already there na, inside this function. Okay.
okay.
So when we are writing this particular line, it automatically call this function and you print this statement.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is how you are calling your function. Now I was saying this thing, parameter and argument. So let's understand what is parameter and argument first. Yeah. So basic definition of parameter, a variable inside the function definition. We called it parameter. And argument means the real data supplied to the parameter while calling the function. Okay. This is the basic definition. So let me show you another type of, this is our simple function. Na? Let me put this above. if we called about the type of function, we have three types of function. Yeah. So if I call the type of functions, we have three types of functions. Simple functions, which we have already seen here. Okay. In simple function, we don't have any parameter and we don't have any argument. Okay. In this, we don't have parameter and argument. Argument. So this is the definition of simple function. Now, function with parameters, when we have some input value in our function, we know now, like in stored procedure, we are taking input. In SQL, we are taking input from the user. So that's the similar case is here also. When the function wants some input, then we called it functions with parameter. And there is another example, functions with return value. Like when a function returning something after completing its run. So we call it function return value. So this three type of function we have. So we have seen this simple function. Now we are going to see functions with parameter. Suppose I am creating the same function, but this time I want some name from the user. So I will copy this thing and I will paste it here. This time I'm creating a variable. Its name, like variable is name only. And instead of word, I'm printing that name here. So this name is called parameter. Okay, I'm writing here. Name is a parameter because it is used while defining the function. Now we have to give the exact value of name. So I'm giving here name of function and here I'm giving the exact value. So suppose I'm giving the name Rohan. Okay, so here Rohan Rohan is an argument because this is the exact value given to this name. Okay, when you are giving this Rohan, it automatically assigned to this name variable and it automatically goes inside this function. Okay, so if I run this, you will see hello Rohan. Okay, suppose I'm giving some different name. I'm giving here Raj. So now this time Raj is a value which is called argument. It is assigned to this name variable and it goes inside this print function. So you will get hello Raj. See here. If you want to give any other name, you can give another name like John. Okay. So this is how you can use arguments and parameter. Arguments means the value, the exact value. And the parameter means when we are used a variable while defining your function. Okay. Sometime you
Okay.
are, suppose you are creating another variable like, like I'm giving name new and I'm giving here the value Umesh. Like take an example. This variable is outside this function definition. Okay. And I'm calling that function, but this time I'm using that outside variable name new. If I run this, you will see hello Umesh. Again, this is a variable, but this is also called argument because this variable has value outside this function. Okay, so this is not this is also called argument. Okay, only the
Okay.
difference is there. We are taking the value inside this new variable and we are using this new variable while calling the function. Okay, so this is also called argument. Now we will see the example of functions with return value. Suppose we want to create a program which will take two variables, like which will take two arguments and add those number. Okay. And after adding those two number, we want the sum amount in the output. We want a return value. Okay. So I'm writing the program. I'm defining the program. Def add. This is the name of our function, add. And inside the parentheses, I'm taking two argument. I'm taking two arguments. So we need to give two parameters, A, comma B. We can give multiple parameters. Okay. Now after colon, I have to use return keyword. Whenever you are returning something from the function, you need to use return keyword. Okay. And here I'm giving A plus B. So basically what is happened, this parameter taking the value from the argument, after that it will these two values get add, and the result will be returned in the place where it is called. Okay. Suppose this is the function calling. I'm giving here 3 comma 4. Okay. So whenever you are returning, you need your output will come here. Okay. At the calling place. So you need to store that particular value. So I am storing this value, sum equal to, and then I am printing this sum. Okay. So let me write here result, and I am printing this result. So what is happening? Let me suppose this is your first step. Function calling is your first step. This is your first step. When you call this function, this 3 goes to A and this 4 goes to B. Okay. Remember, this is like order. If you are giving 4 here, 4 will goes to A and 3 will goes to B. So here 3 will goes to A and 4 will goes to assigned to B. Now, if you add this 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4, the result will be 7. This 7 will again come to this place on the calling place. And here you will get 7. This 7 will assign to this result, like it will store to result variable. Now you will get, if you print this result, you will get 7 in the output. Output will be 7. Okay. If I run this, you will see the output here. Okay. Let me show this in the tutor, like Python tutor. Yeah. See here. First, your this is your we can say starter. This your we can say pointer. This pointer is coming to this definition, but it will not goes inside because definition will not automatically execute. It will comes here, line number 4. In line number 4, it will like this function add function will be called, and it will give assign the value like A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 4. Okay. Now, if you call this function definition execute, and you will move inside this. Here you will see the return value is 7. This return value again you can see here. If you see here, this return value again comes to this result. It is stored in result variable, and you will get in the output. You will get in the output 7. So this three type of function we have, which we are mostly using in Python. Now we are going to see how many type of parameters. Okay. Basically, we have 4 type of parameters. The parameter which we are using while defining the function. So our first parameter is positional parameter. Positional parameter means we need to remember the order of parameters. Okay. Suppose I'm giving an example. Suppose def add A comma B. And here I'm returning the value A plus B. And I'm calling the function like add 3 comma 4. And I'm printing this particular calling. I'm not assigning it to any variable. I'm just printing it. So when the value return to this place, it will automatically print out. Okay. So if I run this, you will see you will get 7. Okay. Suppose I'm giving here add 5 comma 3. If you change the order, like if you write here, if you change here B and A, so your order will be very important. So this is called positional parameter. This B and A
Okay.
is called positional parameter. Okay.
Yeah.
B and A is called positional parameters. Okay. Now we have a default parameter. Default parameter means sometime when we are writing any program and we missed the argument, then we want a default like default value in the output, then we are using default parameter. So I'm writing a program, suppose def tweet for writing a default parameter. After defining the parameter, you need to give equal to and you need to assign your value. Like I'm giving a default value and then I'm printing hello. And I'm calling it. Suppose this is how you can like create a default parameter. Okay. Your parameter equal to your default value, whatever you can give here in a double quote or single quote. So if I give here Raj, if I give the argument Raj, so the preference will be your Raj. Okay, your this value will get the preference. Your value will be Raj. But suppose I'm not giving anything. Suppose I'm directly calling it. I'm not giving any value here. So it will print the default value. Okay. So if you give the argument, it will give the preference to your argument. But if you will not give anything in the argument, it will take the default value. It will print the default value. Yeah, one thing I forget to say, whenever you are using print function, you need to use like return keyword. If you are not using return keyword, the print statement will give none. Okay, it will give
Where is the
none.
return? Where is the return statement here?
I haven't given any return statement, so that's why we
Okay.
are getting none. Okay, so to
Mm-hmm.
correct this function, instead of using print inside a function, we need to use, like I'm assigning this value, I'm using ampersand symbol and I'm returning this t. Okay, so this time I'm using return keyword and I'm printing this particular function calling. So if I run this, okay, let me use f string. Okay, I'm using f string. So f is is a keyword very important, and inside it like double quotes. And here this is my message, and after that in the curly braces, I'm using this particular parameter. Now if I run this, you will see we will not getting any error. Hello Raj and hello default value. So this is very important. Whenever you are using print statement inside the function, and you are again using print statement outside your function while calling it, you will get none. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
so it is very recommendation process. Always use return, and if you are using print outside, then always use return. If you are not using a print statement outside, then directly call the function. Okay, let me write those things also, then otherwise you will get confused. If you are using print here, hello, Okay. So if I run this, if you are using print inside the function, you don't need to write print outside while calling it. Okay. If you are using return keyword inside a function, then you need to print while calling a function. Otherwise, you will get if you use print inside and outside both, you will get none in the output.
Give me one more example with the same kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Let me give you a simple example. Uh, I'm giving here like text text as a parameter, and I'm printing 5. Just simple example. So if I run this, you will not see any output. If I'm assigning one more function, like function 3, and I'm giving here num, and I'm printing f, here I'm using a string num, and I'm giving a num is num. Basically, or I'm giving a number is num. So if I run this, you will not get any of the output because we
Hmm.
haven't called any of this function. Okay.
Hmm.
Suppose I called 1 3 1 3
Is equal to
and I'm
no.
giving 3. I'm giving 3. Okay. Because here I haven't assigned a default value. If I
Okay.
okay, so number is 3. Okay. If I'm calling like that, it will also not give anything because here
Hmm.
we have a parameter.
You have not assigned any default value,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So it will throw error. It is saying missing one positional argument. Okay.
okay.
But if I give here equal to 0, it means this is our default value. So if I run this, you will see default value number is 0. Okay.
Hmm. So without comma, we can even. Acha, okay, okay. Default value we
Default
have to
value
declare not with the comma, with the zero. Oh, sorry, with the
equal to
equal to.
equal
Okay,
to
okay. Usually we will use it comma, right? So here
comma
we are
for
using.
multiple. Like suppose I'm giving a num2. Num2 is equal to 3. So the default value of num is 0 and the default
Okay,
value of num2 is 3. So here if
okay.
I am like I'm giving comma and I'm printing num2 also. Num2. Okay. So if
Hmm.
I'm not giving anything, so it will print 0 in place of num and 3
Hmm.
in place of num2. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay.
suppose
Clear,
I'm giving
clear.
here 1, giving here
One
1,
comma four, 1 comma 4
4.
mention.
So
Hmm.
it will assign 1 to num and 4
Hmm.
to num2.
Num2.
Okay.
Got it. Clear.
Okay. So here we are using positional argument with default value. Here we are using
Hmm.
both things.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
so whenever we are calling, then only we will get the output of the, we can say the output or the statement of the function. Okay. Suppose I'm giving it hello. So this time I'm calling affirmation function. So we will move to this affirmation function and we will print this hi. Okay. Even I'm giving here hello, but here I'm not using like I'm not printing text. So let me print this text. Okay. So I'm getting here hello. Is it fine or no?
Bro, I'm clear, bro. Don't need to worry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So now we are seeing the keyword parameter. Keyword parameter like when we have a key or values pair while calling the function, then we called keyword parameter. It's like a dictionary. Okay. Let me give you an example. Suppose I'm creating a function def student, and I'm giving here name, comma, age, and I'm printing this name, colon, and I'm using f string name and comma. I'm giving here age. Here I'm giving colon and okay, remove this. I'm giving here age. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here, uh, I'm just I'm just printing in this form and I'm giving two parameter name comma age here. Now I'm calling this function student, and inside the student, whenever I'm calling the function in the argument, I'm giving is equal to 18 comma name equal to Raj. Okay, so this time you can see in the parameter we have used name in the first and age in the second time. But in the argument I am giving age equal to 18 first and then name equal to Raj. So whatever will be your order, but we are assigning the particular variable, we can say particular parameter to a specific value. So this is called key value. We call keyword parameter. Okay, if I run this, even this is, we have written this first, but this 18 is assigned to age only. Even we are given Raj after, in the in the second index, but this name is assigned to Raj. Okay,
Clear, clear. If you
okay.
are assigning the value for the key, then it doesn't matter the
It
sequence.
doesn't matter the positions. Okay,
Position.
yeah. So here we are giving this particular value in the argument. So this is called keyword parameter. Okay.
Clear.
Now we have one last parameter. We called it variable length parameter. Variable length parameter. So in variable length parameter, we have two things. This is very important. Uh, star args and double star k args. We call it KW args. Okay. So star args means we have multiple variable length. We can say multiple variable length positional parameter. Okay. Double star KW args means we have multiple, uh, we can say multiple keyword arguments. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose I'm creating a function def add all and I'm giving here star num. Okay, star means we can give multiple values while calling the function. And I'm giving here total equal to 0 and then I'm running a for loop inside it or n in num and returning. I'm giving a total plus equal to n and I'm returning this total. So basically we can say when you want to give the complete list to your function, then we are using star num. Okay, star is very important whenever you are giving any list to your function. Here you can see we are giving a single value, but when we are giving list of numbers or set of numbers, then we are using star num. So I'm just printing this thing after calling. So I'm printing and then I'm calling add all and I'm giving here a list of value 2 comma 4 3 comma 4. Okay, so what will happen, this 2 3 4, this 2 3 4 will act as the input to this num and this num will become your tuple. So num will equal to like this 2 comma 3 comma 4. So this is a tuple and this complete tuple goes inside here and it will assign to this. So we are iterating in in the tuple. So first time it will take the value 2. Your total value will be 2. Second time it will take 3. Your total value will be 2 plus 3. And third time it will take 4. Then your tuple value will be like your total value will be 2 plus 3 plus 4. So you will get in the output to the complete sum. So 2 plus 3 plus 4 will be 9. So if I run this, you are getting this. Okay. Okay. We need to return and like we need to return outside this for loop. Okay. So if I running this, you will get 9. Are you getting this thing?
Yeah, getting it.
Okay. So when we have multiple numbers of, we can say multiple argument, we don't know how many numbers of argument, then we are using star num. Suppose we have flexibility. We can give either 3 argument, we can give either 4 argument, we can give 4 argument, or we can give 1 argument. Okay, we can give 1 argument, or we can give 0 argument. We can give 0 argument. Everything will work in this case. Okay, when we are using
Okay.
star. Okay, only one thing is remember, sometime interviewer ask you when you are giving like args, star args, then what is the data type of your parameter? So the data type will be your tuple. The data type will be your tuple. Okay, this is very important. Whenever you are giving the input to the star args, then the data type of your parameter will be tuple. Okay. Now we
Okay.
are now we are going to see a double star keyword args. We called it keyword arguments, and we called it this one arguments. So for this, I'm creating another function. So here I am writing defining a function def details, and here I am giving double star info. Okay, colon. So this time I'm I'm creating a for loop here for key comma value in info. Okay, info dot items. So basically what will happen whenever you are giving double star info and we are giving the input to this function, this act as a dictionary. Okay, so that's why we are using here info item function. We know item function is available only for dictionary. Okay, and we are using two variables key comma value. So remember here the data type will be is dictionary. Okay, now I'm just printing this same value, printing this uh key key. I'm printing here key and then I'm printing val. Val. Now I'm giving input to this detail function. So here I'm calling it details, and here I'm giving name equal to Amit, comma age equal to 20, and I'm just running this. So you will get here name is equal to Amit, age is equal to 20. So what I'm trying to say here, you can give multiple type of your keyword argument. When you are using double star, you can give multiple type of argument. So here I'm giving one key value pair. Suppose I'm giving here, city also, Delhi. This will also return name is Amit, age is 20, and city is Delhi. Okay. Suppose I'm giving one more information. mobile number. Okay. So again, I'm getting here four. We can say we are giving here four input, four keyword argument. So double star info means double star keyword argument means we can give multiple keyword argument while calling the function. Here
Mhm.
we can give multiple positional argument. Here we can give multiple keyword argument. Is it fine?
What is the difference between multiple positional arguments and multiple
Yeah.
keyword arguments?
Positional argument, we are directly giving the value 2, 3, 4. But in here, we are giving we can say we are giving the variable and then equal to their value,
Okay.
age and their value, city and their value. This is called keyword argument.
Okay.
Okay.
Their info dot item is a keyword. Is the item keyword?
This item is like we called it. We are separating the key and value. Suppose I'm not giving here info.
Mhm.
Okay.
Item. Mm.
Let me remove everything. Let me remove everything. I'm just printing info. Okay, I'm just printing info.
Mm.
If I'm running this, you will get a dictionary. See here, I'm directly getting a dictionary. I have given here name, which have value Amit. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
given age and it has given here 20. So it acts as a dictionary only.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think
Mhm.
this is good. I have I have given here for loop key comma value. Basically, I am like separating the key and value from the dictionary. So that's why I
Mm.
have used in here info.items. Okay.
So what does the item will do? That's what my question.
Yeah, I'm telling. Key and then here value. Okay. So let me copy this in a separate here. Yeah. This is the basic, like this is the basic in dictionary. Suppose I'm copying this dictionary. Okay. And I'm assigning here info equal to this one. So this is basically our dictionary. Okay. This
Mhm.
info is our dictionary. So we suppose if I'm printing this info, you can see you are getting name colon
Mm.
Amit and age colon 20. This
Correct.
is the basic output. But
Mm.
suppose I want this, like I want to take this key and their value, and we want to print as as per my print statement. Suppose I'm printing here key and value. I want to print like that, key and value. So that's why we are like using this info dot items. So here you can see name and Amit. So here key is your name and then Amit is your value. And is
Okay.
your name, like when we want to like format the key and value as per our requirement, then we are using item function. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically we are just uh we I'm trying to say if I'm printing info dot items. So basically we are iterating it, like we are returning this key value in a separate tuple. See here, name comma Amit, age comma 20. So this is the output of your we can say dictionary. It is giving it is creating a tuple of each key and value pair. Now is it fine?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.